Hey y'all, it's your girls Fire
and TG,
and together we're Awazi.
Catch us every Thursday. Yeah, you heard that correctly.
Thursday,
3:30 to 5 p.m. on 104.7 EBC FM.
Come for the good music and stay for the spicy topics. Awazi, let's spice it up. Well, hello.
Howdy there.
How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Welcome to the Awazi Show here on EBC 104.7. It's myself, Howie, my girl TG.
Thank God it's Thursday.
And we have a special guest in the building.
Yes, we do. We've been hanging out with him for like an hour.
Yeah?
If you guys could go away so we could keep hanging out with him, that'd be great. But we'll let you meet him. We're nice like that.
Yes. Can you introduce yourself to us, please?
Already? Oh, okay. I didn't expect that. Hi, everybody. I am Mesia Gumede from South Africa.
Yeah.
I think this is my second home. I've been coming here. I think this is my fourth time. Been here 3 weeks now. Going back home tomorrow. But I'm a radio host back home.
Yeah.
For Power FM, and I've been in radio now. I think this is my 26th or 27th year. I don't intend to give away my age.
Smart man.
But all respect goes to you guys. I think this is an amazing country. I'm feeling very honored to be amongst the both of you, the two of you here.
We're so glad to have you, and we're glad that we caught you just in the nick of time before you left.
Yeah.
So and thank you to Zeke. Let me just say that.
Zeke.
I've been in contact with him for the past 6 years. Last time I was here, and he's the one that gave me the hookup.
You know
what?
That family stays together regardless. But make sure to tune in to the show. We're going to be talking about radio, content creation, and everything that's connected with it. If you guys are trying to get in touch with us, you can hit us up on our Telegram. It's at Awaze Media. AWAZEMEDIA. I might go on live. I don't know. We'll see how I feel.
See how you feel?
I like last week it finished my batteries and I was very upset on my way home. So I'll see if I want to make that sacrifice today.
How do you feel about a musical break?
Fantastic.
Okay. And I was telling our guest here that today's Thursday, so throwbacks are appreciated. So if you guys have any throwback tracks, make sure to hit us up once again on Awazi Media. Let's get to I'm feeling Chris Brownish.
Oh yeah?
I don't know,
That's
bro.
what we're doing. I used to be the Chris Brown fanatic, but it
Apparently
feels like you're taking over.
I'm sorry.
What's happening?
I didn't mean to. But let's play
Do
Chris
you like
Brown.
Chris Brown?
I love Chris Brown.
Everybody loves Chris Brown.
I do.
I was gonna say.
And
I'm moving on.
A lot of people got a love-hate.
Yes.
I won't mention names,
It's a love-hate relationship.
Let's put it that way. Let's get to Forever, and then we'll be back after the musical break with more here on the Awazi Show. Don't go anywhere. Hey y'all, it's your girls Fire
and TG,
and together we're Awazi.
Catch us every Thursday. Yeah, you heard that correctly.
Thursday,
3:30 to 5 p.m. on 104.7 EBC FM.
come for the good music and stay for the spicy topics. Awazi, let's spice it up.
My love for this song has increased since we started using it as our bed music.
I love it when the bass drops. Love it.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the Awazi Show with your girls, Howie and TG.
Hey.
She gave me the front seat, the main seat. I don't like the seat, bro.
You don't like it?
It's too much power up here. But welcome back. Hope you guys are tuning in and having a fantastic afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just tuning in, we do have a guest today.
Special guest too.
How you doing? Are you enjoying yourself?
I'm enjoying myself, learning a lot, and I've learned that doing a lot of more listening, is more
apparently.
important. Because I can chit-chat, talk. What do I go back to South Africa with? Without having done a bit of listening, so I'm right here. I'll be guided by the both of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're excited to have you here. So, when we asked him to introduce himself, he just gave us the tiniest little snippet.
If you guys could see what this man has accomplished. Okay.
He was like, "Yeah, I do radio."
He was trying to be humble.
Don't do that.
All right. You go ahead then.
Yes, but give us more of a background. How you got into this business, what you've been doing for the last 26?
Sure.
Yes.
What you've been doing? I want detailed reports.
We want to know. As radio
Just
people, we
overviews.
really want to know.
Yeah.
All right, you can stop me anywhere. So I started radio. I was still in high school then.
Okay.
I did a drive time show back in Cape Town for CCFM. I used to be let out early from school to go do my show Monday to Friday, which was an amazing privilege.
That's really nice.
Yeah, then got into theater, musical theater. Don't tell me how to sing right now. Your station will be closed.
We're gonna play a song later.
Yes, we're going to play one of his songs during the musical break.
So I got into producing also. So radio took most of my life, but as I was telling you guys, my first love is actually TV.
Yeah.
Because I've done TV a good portion of my life, but radio paid me more. Radio loved me more. And I do radio training with, 20 odd years in radio. What do you do with that experience? Except, sharing it, what I mean? So I do radio training, from radio programming to commercializing content, commercializing the station, creating clocks, and creating structure, creating systems. That's what I do from one radio station. Hoping that my extension to this country would be, because Africa needs to tell a unified story. There is an Ethiopian story that's beautiful, but so is it makes up a puzzle for what Africa is, and a unified story needs to be told from not a similar point of view, structured point of view. So that's what I do. I love music with all my life. So make me angry, play me a song, you may win.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll keep that in mind.
Are you about to make him angry?
No, do you need to play my song?
So in a nutshell, that's what I do. I don't like talking much about myself. I could go on, but at the same time, there's a voice inside me that says, stop right there. Let the people find out about you. And mainly people that you've done work with, work must speak for you. A lot of us, where I come from, it's easy to say, the mouth can go ahead of you, but your actions is what sits behind you that says, no, but brother, you're lying there. So I'm the kind of guy that allows the work to speak for me.
I love that.
We love to hear that for sure. I didn't realize that you'd been visiting Ethiopia for a bit now.
All this time.
I was like, does he know a lot about Ethiopia? Should I just not ask questions about Ethiopia?
Let's ease into that.
But South Africa has such an interesting creative community. And one of the things that I feel is very universal, if you're in the same business, no matter where you are in the world, there's certain things that you love about the industry, and there's certain things that you hate about the industry.
True.
And we wanted to know if the same things that drive us absolutely insane here, they happen over where you guys are. So what is your favorite thing about the creative sphere in South Africa? And what are the things that you feel like, this is things that we need to work on, this is things I wish we could improve?
So what is actually a problem across the world, but in this instance for South Africa, is we glamorize this space too much, in that those who look up to us, those who go into it, think that is as easy as glamorous it may be. We make it turn out to be a perfect fantasy, but it's a struggle. People would floss when they have a little rand or a dollar or whatever it is. Once it's gone, they don't tell their story. They don't tell the story. It's as important when you're struggling within the entertainment space than it is now when you make it and say, now world see me. We need to be able to create content from the beginning. We need to be able to from our perspective, from my side, to stop importing, but glorify ourselves, glorify who we are. Because if I come to a country and I walk away not having learned anything about the country, because when I go into the country and I find that, okay, cool, the music that is played is hip hop, it's international music all the way from beginning to end, and I walk away not being able to take a piece of Ethiopia, or anyone that visits South Africa is unable to take away the culture of South Africa. So we there's two things: stop glamorizing, teach, teach more, to be able to package and tell our story. And I said our story, not other people's story. Already we are speaking in English right now, which is okay. There's no other language we can. But least is that I need to walk away, or somebody from my show, from my country, know me better, knowing my culture, know how I do, know what I eat, what music I listen to. And collaboration then becomes possible because I have something that you don't have that I can share.
All right.
Absolutely. What do you hate about our creative industry?
Let's
Since you want to sit over
on
that
air. There's a list, and we'll talk off there, because there's so many things. I think in terms of what's happening in our country, I think resources is the thing that I think is limiting for us, and being the fact that there aren't as many English radio stations. We've talked about this off air with you. Lack of competition as well, and the ability to sort of just, because we're not only trying to speak to or cater to the English-speaking community here in Ethiopia, but also to those abroad. So there are many challenges in the way, and I think maybe that might not be the same things that you guys endure in South Africa.
We ignore one most important resource, which is you, which is me, which is three of us in this studio. There's people who, with way less resource than what I see in this studio, who are doing far much better than most people. If that resource, which is ourselves, is put in check, I think everything else will fall in place. I think yes, better equipment, better this, better everything is all good and well. But if the person behind the mic, if the radio station itself is not unified in the way things are done, then you won't go anywhere. You won't go anywhere. I was saying that sometimes it feels as if one goes into a choir and you're the only one that knows how to sing. What, do you celebrate the fact that you're the only one that knows how to sing out of the entire choir that doesn't know how to sing?
Right. You don't.
You don't. So the resource is you. I almost every time do not listen to people that says, I don't have a better mic, I don't have a better sound desk, I don't have this. Are you better? Are you training? Are you learning? Are you collaborating? Yeah.
And there's like a whole pandemic of podcasts in Ethiopia at the moment. Everybody and their mama wants a podcast in Ethiopia at the moment. It's like so it's been very interesting to see what people can do with the things that they have. But you're right, there's definitely a lack of a certain standard that you have to live up to.
That's true.
And it's definitely about the person, because I was explaining earlier, I was like, I have no journalist background. I just walked in, I said, give me a job. I could talk some stuff, I entertain people, I'm funny, I have good music taste, just give me a job and I'll take care of the rest. And so it's definitely the people behind
the mic
that you relate to the most.
Oh, that's the point.
And we'll talk about that more, and we'll talk about, lately people have been telling us we're too transparent, because the way we host the show and the way we approach certain topics, we share about our personal experiences, even if it's like super private.
I look at it as how I grew up with radio. So my relationship with radio and the effect that it has on me is sort of the way that I want to portray radio as well. So that might be...
People are always like, you're going to be famous one day. Stop telling these people your story.
Your life. We'll talk about that more after the news.
All right, let's go for a track, and then there's the news. But we will be back because we have a whole hour after that. Make sure to stay tuned and hit us up on our Telegram. It's at Awaze Media. AWAZEMEDIA. Shout outs to Brooke, I believe.
Yeah.
Who just sent a fist bump.
All right. Yay, Brooke. How you doing, brother?
We'll see you guys in the second half. Hey y'all, it's your girls Fire and TG, and together we're Owazi. Catch us every Thursday. Yeah, you heard that correctly. Thursday, 3:30 to 5 p.m. on 104.7 EBC FM. Come for the good music and stay for the spicy topics. Owazi, let's spice it up. Well, what do you know? We're back in the second half of the hour of Owazi here on EBC 104.7. And like we said, it's not just only myself and TG on this Thursday app. If you still haven't realized, we have switched Owazi from Friday evenings to Thursday drive time. So in case you guys are like, wait, what? Owazi? Yes.
I had to reply to a couple of inboxes of people being like, where'd you go?
We're still reminding you guys because it's still an early switch. It's an early switch. We get it. But once again, we are Thursdays from 3:30 until 5. So make sure not to miss us. And if you do, we will post up our audios on our YouTube, which you can find at Awaze Media. That's AWAZEMEDIA.
We're chilling with our guest. We're learning a couple of things. It really is nice to talk to another radio person, isn't it?
Is this our first time?
I want to say yes.
It's a relief.
Because we don't have to micromanage.
Those who you've had as guests are not listening, right? What you just said.
You know,
it is.
They know what they were doing.
Yeah,
we let them know when they put us through quite a bit.
No, but it's good to have you in the studio. We're very, very happy to also have you in the second half of the hour. Mm-hmm. So thank you for staying along.
Yeah.
And we wanted to continue the conversation from one radio host to another. We wanted to continue asking about, because not only are we radio hosts, but we also look at ourselves as creatives.
True.
How do you look at the process of content creation in terms of creating on radio and, radio also transcending to like social media, and also you work on TV too. So how do you look at the entire process of content creation?
I don't want to speak here sitting and say and claiming that I'm an expert. I will speak from experience. Mm-hmm. And my experience is that prep, and more prep makes it possible for that content to live beyond one platform. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people would come and say, I would just shoot off and I'm a presenter. I've done this many times. I mean, yes, I am. You can wake me up at 3 a.m. and say, present a show. I would. But then what benefit do I have to my listener? Mm. What do I want to do? How do I want to carry? How do I want to commercialize that content? Prep. So right now, the prepping would be for 2 platforms, if not more, which would be for radio, real-time radio. Yeah. And in terms of, back home, there's no radio station that goes live without it being recorded. So we can go back to it. So then that content also can be repurposed on social media, on all types of social media platforms, which can also be re-sponsored to make more money. So if you have prepped, of course, you wouldn't just prep with your eyes closed. You would have then decided that you're prepping for your audience, your audience demographic. And it's that simple. A lot of people take prep for granted. Prep. That's what it is. From repurposing, then people are able to listen to your show or your content being chopped up to the highlights of what your show was, and listen to it at their own convenient time. And then it also is able to then still advertise, do a call to action to say, if you want more, then go to my live show. My live show happens at this time, while you are also making money on the social spaces. Prep.
Okay.
And one thing I've learned with content, you cannot be everything to everybody.
True.
I've heard a lot of radio stations trying to please a variety of listeners. You know what I mean? Choose your listener. I didn't say listeners. Choose your listener. Same as you choose your friends. And you are the same person to your friends. You get to know your friends the more time you spend with them. You know what they like, you know what they want. You consult with them. You don't just become the person that knows better than them. You listen. It's a two-way stream, you know what I mean, where there is what we call co-creating. Co-creating is where you open up a space where your listeners are able also to co-produce content for your show. So they are able to be the custodian of that show without necessarily them coming onto the show. Then they're able to use that content or to bring that community to say, yo, listen, I am with that show, listen up to it. Or they're able to take pieces of it when it's repurposed and shared. There's no borders when it comes to social media, shared across the world. But the idea of wanting to be a person or a show that pleases everybody, you'll be lost in the sea. You just need to choose a listener, a specific core audience. This doesn't only speak to radio, also as TV. When you look at a show that you like, it is you like it because you feel that they chose you.
It's personal.
It's personal.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If they then, Matrix then decides to be something else, you will be lost.
You get angry. You're like, they changed.
So you need to be as predictable as possible. Prep the same thing over and get better at it all the time.
I like that.
I like that. That's interesting. I will say, for the first 5 years or so that I did radio, there wasn't much preparation there because, our previous radio shows used to be from Monday to Friday, 3 hours every day. So it was a full week thing. And we had 3 hours every single day. And it was a very much, we walk into the studio and then we go, what are we talking about today?
You'd find inspiration from anywhere, right?
And I mean, it was fun. It was fun, but I definitely do see the difference in what you mean of having your ideas organized, at least in your head before you walk in, knowing what is going to happen next week and the week after that. The preparation definitely makes quite a difference, especially when you do what we do, which is cram a bunch of guests into the studio at the same time and try to give them equal attention and make sure you listen to it's a lot. It's chaotic. So yes, I do believe preparation is something that we need to work on even more.
Yes.
But I see what you mean there.
I like it. As a reminder, I think it's good. Even if you've been in the game for a while, being reminded of that is necessary.
And the thing is that when you prep, you then create a habit. You know what I mean? I would give an example as sitting next to you. You are the same person every day. Of course, with different emotions, but you're still the same person. And when you prep, that becomes your habit. And to be very, very wary of trying to prep different things. What I mean is that, okay, cool. Monday, I am this person. Because it's Monday, people are bluesy, whatever it is. Friday, people are hyper. It's where I come from. You the same person from Monday to Friday to Saturday to Sunday. When I'm your friend and I come to you, I come to a space and an energy that I know that I prefer. And a lot of radio station, when you switch off, you switch on again. It's a different energy. It's a different turn. And you're thinking, am I still at the right pace? Imagine now if you're my friend, you're like that. I would say you need a doctor.
You got an attitude problem.
So prep, stay. When I say stay the same, I'm not saying stay boring. I mean, get better at it, at prepping, at being you. If Bolt was saying today, I'm practicing how to run 100-meter dash, and he says I'm going to run it sideways. It's like you would think he runs same direction all the time, and his target is that will he run it a little faster, the same, you know what I mean? And same as radio, it needs to be very predictable, but the predictability of it in the way that it's delivered it needs to feel different every time.
Yeah.
And when you see me excited up to see you every time, you want to be seen.
Yeah. I like that. You want to be seen on radio.
Absolutely. You can see us in the mind's eye.
Feel us, yeah.
Can feel it. Can feel the energy.
Yes.
Absolutely. Let's go for a track.
Yes,
and we'll be
ma'am.
right back. If you guys are tuned in, please make sure to hit us up. You can find us on all social media platforms, but we respond the fastest if you hit us up on Telegram at Awaze Media, AWAZEMEDIA. Shout outs to Muze, who said he's tuning in, loves the show. Song?
Yes, please.
We got music?
Yes, ma'am.
La música?
Yes.
Let's go for a track and we'll be right back.
Hey y'all, it's your girls Fire and TG, and together we're Awaze. Catch us every Thursday. Yeah, you heard that correctly. Thursday, 3:30 to 5 p.m. on 104.7 EBC FM. Come for the good music and stay for the spicy topics. Awaze, let's spice it up. Yo, family, how y'all doing? How y'all doing?
How you doing?
Welcome back to the Awaze Show here on EBC 104.7. Here we were talking to Mesia, and I was asking him what his name means. I was like, can you tell me what your name means?
She likes to know what people's names mean.
I think there's an importance to, like, someone's name. I feel like somehow it gives, like... Character, purpose. I don't know. You can fill in the blank, but I find it interesting to know what people's names mean.
Do you feel like it? See, I don't agree with that because the translation of my name is patience.
I feel like you gotta learn, baby. Maybe.
I'm not a very patient person. I don't know what y'all talking about. I feel like it's the opposite, and my parents did that to me on purpose, but that's why I'm like, that person's name is in it.
See, my name is tricky. Mm-hmm. So my name has two meanings in two different local languages in Ethiopia. Yeah. So the intended meaning was like a wish or a dream. Yeah, that's what my name means. Dream.
The intended meaning.
Yeah,
Yes.
what her name, the language her parents named her in.
Yeah, okay.
So another language, my name means fire. So
I like that.
That's my radio name.
She calls herself Howie, aka Fire.
Yes. Yeah. So I use both. That's how I see it. But we're glad to have you in the studio. Welcome back, y'all.
I genuinely do mean it. If we could have gotten rid of you guys and just hung out with him, we would have. We're not even kidding.
Honestly, I'm jealous that you got to talk to him more.
I know you didn't.
I'm not getting enough time with you.
I'm sorry.
But it's okay.
My jaw on the floor.
But another thing that we were talking about earlier as well is the fact that we use the English medium. We're always super excited to learn how we can create content, especially about our country and about our history, cuisine, like there's so much, stuff about Ethiopia that we love, that we want to share with the world. Mm-hmm. But it's not a very common practice in Ethiopia to show the world who we are. We know who we are. We talk about who we are a lot, Ethiopians in general. Mm-hmm. But it's not very common practice to share it with the world, to be like, hey, world, this is us. Look at what we're doing. Look at who we are. Mm-hmm. So how do you approach creating content that crosses boundaries, that goes beyond your local community?
I think one needs to be very observant of what people think of you or know of you or want to know about you before you even create the content. You need to know why you're creating the content, what you want to achieve creating that content. Yeah. I feel sometimes guilty by simplifying things. It goes with listening a lot, learning a lot, and I know it may end up being me talking right now a lot, but with creating content, notice with what you just said right now in terms of, you said the Ethiopians are not a people that goes out and sharing the content. Isn't there a flip side to it, in that Ethiopian people are proud people, in that they're complete in where they are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they need to be a space in which you look at the coin on both ends, because once we say that we're people that don't like sharing, do we have reason to? Because I'm enough. I'm good. I'm good where I am. My circles, I can live. I'm the whole world. It's right here. Why do I need the
rest of the world?
The rest of the world. And when you can answer the question why, that was what will guide your content creation. Until you answer that question, say without answering that question, and somebody asks you, then it's irrelevant because you don't have an answer. If I say, then why do you want me as a South African or as any other nationality to consume your content? You don't have an answer for that. Why did you create it? Then that conversation ends there. Answer the question why you want to create the content first. And if the answer makes sense, prep.
Yeah.
Consult with your because who you're creating it for. For me, consult with me as to who I am, what do I want, what do I consume, what are my preferences, what is my pattern of consuming content, which spaces, which mediums do I use to consume content, because otherwise you're just consuming content with no reason and throwing it into the sea.
We're listening.
We're taking it in.
So answer the question. I mean, I'm holding back from asking you guys why are you creating this content. You know what I mean? And with that answer, if it needs to be good enough, because it costs money, costs time, and how long are you going to do it?
Yeah.
Does it pay you?
It does.
Do you know me, the person whom you want to create content for? If you don't, then it's going to be hit and misses. If not, maybe just a complete miss. You need to know your audience.
Yeah.
But they need to know you too.
Yeah.
Talking about getting, to know you too, can you talk a little bit about like the content that you have on your show? Because we want to get to know you a little bit better.
If this was your show, what would you be talking to them about?
What kind of, topics or, content do you enjoy, talking about on your particular shows?
Our radio structure back home is centralized, is structured in the way that I do a music radio show. All right, and I love speaking about love, and that's why I'm just kind of. I don't like that question because it's then becomes a dead giveaway in terms of who I am.
No, we do relation. We love talking about relationships.
We love talking about it too. It's all right.
It's a very entertaining.
Everyone needs a companion.
Yeah.
Everyone needs a friend in whatever form or shape. Everyone needs to spend time with something or someone that knows that they would listen to them, they would see them, they would hear them, they would check on them. So my show, it's literally about companionship. It's about love. It's about life. It's about self-reflection in that the person you need to love is you more than anything else. And when you do that, you attract more love. When you do that, you then are able to influence how people interact with you, because people whom do not love themselves, do not value themselves, would be treated as such. So it's about more music and a whole lot less talk. You spark conversations, you spark thoughts, because if with any topic that you could speak about, there is possibly somebody out there that knows a whole lot more than you do, no matter how hard or well you have prepped. Least to prep is find out how well other people know about that topic and invite them into that space to then inform you or inform those who may not know as well as they or she or he whom you have brought into that platform, than being that monotonous person who just, you are a specialist at love. I'm not. I share experiences. I would then I become a conduit, not an experience. If you would imagine a person who owns a club doesn't come in and speak to everybody and become an entertainer. He or she creates an experience, a space where conversations can happen and happen in a way that is natural. So a whole lot more music and a whole lot of listening and less talking.
I love it. No.
That's a perfect segue for a musical break.
Yeah, let's go for a track. And when we come back, we are surprisingly going to have to wrap up the hour-and-a-half show. But make sure to stay tuned. If you guys want to reach out to us, you can always do so on our Telegram. It's at Awaze Media, AWAZE MEDIA. Daniel said hello. Yosef said hello. Konjit said hello. So shout outs to all you guys.
Hello, y'all. Stay tuned. Let's get to Beyonce Naughty Girl. We'll be back after the musical break. Hey y'all, it's your girls Fire and TG, and together we're Awaze.
Catch us every Thursday. Yeah, you heard that correctly.
Thursday,
3:30 to 5 p.m. on 104.7 EBC FM.
Come for the good music and stay for the spicy topics. Awaze, let's spice it up. That's Janet Jackson, All For You. Welcome back, guys, to the Awaze show. We're almost done.
Yeah, I'm complaining about the hour-and-a-half thing.
We want it to be longer, but you know what? In due time, we're hoping
it's all right.
We'll get to that one day. Before we wrap it up, we wanna ask you one last question. Since we're talking about creatives within, the radio, the TV, you know what I mean, the whole entire space of being able to create content. What's advice that you would give to African content creators? So you're South African, we're Ethiopian, but we all connect in terms of being African content creators, storytellers, radio, you know what I mean, host, TV host. What's advice that you would give?
In fact, we just spoke about it seconds or maybe a minute or so ago, and saying that we need to be careful in being lost in trying to entertain the visitor, entertain across borders, and ignore the local person. Yes, I'm here speaking to you guys. It's beautiful. Thank you for having me here. But there is that person, Brooke, who sent a message earlier on, and many other people who have listened to you many times before yesterday, and they will be listening to you tomorrow. I'm flying back to South Africa, and for me, I believe I should not be priority. Brooke should be priority, local should be priority, and should not be taken for granted. And if you find me in my country and I prioritize local, and then you prioritize local too, we've got then have a lot to share. Then it becomes exciting. So keep it local, even if, yes, you broadcast in English, keep it local, keep it local. So what do you know about Nigeria? What do you know about South Africa? What do you know about Ghana? Not much. But you know a whole lot more about your own country. And the more you keep it local, the more you are able then to package a story of your own country, of the entertainment story, the culture. You spend more time on you and your people. It is more valuable because those are the people that will be there for you day in, day out. That's where your money is. That's where your check is. So yes, for all Africans, for me, is that we need to learn to keep it local. And when you look at the pop culture boom across certain African countries, you would realize that they're pushed for more local. When you look at how the Afrobeat have evolved and how it's taking over the world, it is because they've kept it local. They did not say, I want to sound like Chris Brown, I want to sound like who, I want to sound like this. They evoking the spirits of Fela Kuti, you know what I mean? And why would you want to be a hip hop star here? Yeah, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But you're Ethiopian, they're Ethiopian, people listening, they're all Ethiopian, or at least majority of them, then the majority of the effort, 90% should be intended for them. And the story matures, the story of the country, the story of the people, the story of your street, the story of your family matures and becomes more palatable when me, whom you want to attract, you give me you. I'm then interested because it's something I don't know. But for the people, you are me, if we both local.
Yeah.
So keep it local.
I love that.
Me too.
I don't think we've ever gotten that advice before.
We have not.
We have taken that direction quite seriously before, but thank you so much. Do I have time for one more question? I was going to say that transition from radio to TV is something that we fear with all our hearts.
We're trying to slowly adjust.
We love to hide behind our little mics and not show our faces. And there's been a little bit of a struggle to get in front of a video camera, and it's very awkward in the beginning. But what is that transition like for you from radio to TV? Is it a different vibe? Do you just feel the same regardless of where you are or what you're doing?
TV will expose you.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah. Do you love the exposure?
Well, in the way that we mean it right now, it won't expose me because TV has a bigger team that would work on. You know, what I mean? You would have a scriptwriter, you would have a producer, you would have a director, you would have a whole lot of people who are working for your character to come alive. Literally, they would give you, I almost said lyrics, script to play off from. There would be rehearsals. There would be character study. There would be so many things that would happen before that camera goes on. Even when it goes on, it's about the best take of the day.
Wow.
So if
that's y'all's TV.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that's TV where you're from.
Yeah.
So why doesn't radio adopt the same thing?
No, for real.
That's the question mark. On that note, we're gonna leave that out into the universe.
I like that. We leave a question to end the show, right?
But thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you for this wasn't really about the audience. This was a lot more about us than it was about you guys. We apologize for making up to you. Next week we'll focus on what you guys want to do. But thank you so much for being here.
Most definitely. I'll send you my music. We didn't have time for that. Yeah, I'll send you my music for next week. It's okay?
Yes, please. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll play your song as often as possible.
Be like, this is our friend.
Yeah. It was lovely having you. We're so happy that you came on today.
Nyabonga, amesikenelo kyaleboga.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. I want to know what it means.
Thank you.
Amaseganalo was in there in between the Amharic, so I assumed all of them were thank yous. It's
all
okay.
Thank yous.
Okay. It's okay.
All right, yeah.
Bit dizzy.
On that note, stay hydrated, make good decisions. Awazi out. Bye.
Peace.
Hey y'all, it's your girls Fire and TG, and together we're Awazi.
Catch us every Thursday. Yeah, you heard that correctly.
Thursday,
3:30 to 5 p.m. on 104.7 EBC FM.
Come for the good music and stay for the spicy topics. Awazi, let's spice it up.